And hello there. I'm here to make a video to help a few people out when they're getting started. There are a few people out there who might not quite get everything, and that's all right. We're going to show you how I do it, which may or may not be correct, but there it is. We're going to start off with the folk tales, and I have only played the lakes map, so this tells you how far I've gone. So we're going to start there just because I'm used to it and I don't have to stutter over things. We'll go with normal. And I'll show you what I do to get started. And if it helps you, awesome. If not, I'm sorry. Um, it's a little bit easier in a video format than just straight up doing the pictures and screenshots and everything. I tried doing that earlier. It was awkward and hard to see what you're going to do. So, Old Brush Valley Energy Reserves. Okay, so we've got our beavers. Out they come. I'm going to save this game. Straight off the hop, before I do anything, it's just pure, clean, untouched. So, the first thing I can see, got the berries, so we can eat first. We got the trees, so we can start cutting. And, yeah, after that, we're going to look around. Now, because I've been playing on this one, I know that I've got a bad water source right here. Got another one right in here. And I've got fresh water coming out over here. Metal ruins, I've got some here. There is a mine down over here with these ruins. There's another water source up here, I think. We'll just go down through the layers. Yep, there it is. And more water sources right here. Or sorry, metal. Some more metal here. Another bad water source. And another good water source. Another. So we've got lots of things around us that we can use to do different things. Lots of metal, sort of nearby, sort of not. The number one thing I've figured out so far, at least in the way I've been playing, I need to make sure that my paths are going to be as straight as they can get from the district. So, first off, we're just going to start building a couple of paths. I know I'm going to head this way because I'm going to want to go towards these metal ruins at some point as well as this mine. So I want to be ready to hop up that direction. I also know that I want to head this way. Not just for the source of water, but because there's more berries and the bad water up here. This way is definitely going to be the easiest way to plant. And obviously, this is the starter map. I mean, some people are used to this. All the more power to you. I got a little over 24 hours playtime in the game now. Just been enjoying myself a little bit too much, I think. Alright, so we're going to make sure that this forester has something to do. Not plant crops. We want you to cut trees. And he won't be able to reach all this for now, but one trick you can do, actually, hang on. In the beginning, if you are worried that you can't research your way to the all-important forester, what you can do is you can create a checker grid of tree cutting. So, just as an example, if we go like this, we would chop down everything. However, if I take a space next to these trees, go like this, now, when this space is empty, this tree can repopulate here because it's a grown tree. And if you do a checkerboard grid all the way through, you will end up getting a repopulating forest. Right now, I'm not that fussed. I know I can clear cut this. And I know I can clear cut this. Yes, I overshot. That's fine. So, we're going to throw down our other lumberjack flag. And we're going to put it right there because I'm going to want stairs up later. And I can move that lumberjack flag. Not a problem. So over here, we need to make sure that we're getting ready to gather our berries. Not the right flag. Gather a flag. Now, one of the first things I can do is just pop it right here, because I got room for the lodges right here. However, this is going to be my road up, so that I can start building a dam over in this area to give me some water for when that drought hits. So I'm going to leave that spot open. Don't forget, you've got the X on your keyboard if you want to make sure that you've got things going so you're not going to overlap in the spots you shouldn't. Throw some pathing down here for that. And I'll just leave that there. Also, might as well get that there. And just to make sure that they do connect to the district, we'll put that there. So we need water pumps because we've got our food sitting here. Gatherer is going to go gather that. He doesn't even need to be told what to prioritize. Tree cutter is going to gather that. That one's going to gather that. Let's get our water source down here. Now, I'll be honest, I have not been playing on hard. I have been playing on easy. So this is even more difficult than average. One thing I would recommend next to your tanks, any building that's building, have a spot made for water, supplied to other warehouses, because then these two will just come out of their little loggy holes. Oh, I did that wrong. I can't do it like that. I have to fix this. It can't be that way. There we go. Is that better? No, but it looks better. So when they come out, they'll just drop it in the tank here, and then your haulers, when you have more beavers, can take it away. Alright, so I'm also going to throw in some storage, a log pile right here for ye old lumberjack. He's okay. Works all night and he sleeps all day. Okay, so then we've got that pile there for him. You also want to make sure that you're keeping water around near where they're working. So that way they don't have to walk far to get food or water. And we want to make sure that this is being obtained from other places, so that way the builders bring it over to us there. Okay, so we got water, we got food, we got the trees, and we can plant our efficient farmhouse down. Now, I didn't really plan ahead that well. I should have given myself an extra space there. Okay, I'm going to pop him here, and he is going to plant me some carrots. We're just going to fill up the space here with carrots. Not everything's going to survive because we are going to get hit by bad water at least at once. Now, under your landscaping, can't build a levee yet, but you can build dams. So, thinking ahead, I want to make sure that I've got that spot for a dam. I'm also going to put one up here later. And later on I'll put one here, so I've got a double pool of water. Back here, I'm going to want another dam back here later, but let's work on getting some research. So we've got the farmhouse down. Oh, I'm actually going to take it down to one worker. It doesn't have a lot of farm yet, and we're going to need more farm placed very soon. But one of the biggest things we need right now is the old inventor hut. Now, we can place it in a few different areas. I'm actually going to push him just kind of back and out of the way. Let's see here. Put that there. And I'm going to start by placing a couple of them. I don't think I want to use them quite yet. Quite all yet. Let's see. Oh, well, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted, but oh well. I'm going to place another storage of water here and have it brought to it. Then I'm going to place a little warehouse here. Oops. Little warehouse. No. Small warehouse right here. You know what? If I did that the other way around, I can plan to build up later. So, changing this around. Put the small warehouse where we want to build up later. Put the small tank where we're probably not going to build up later. Make this berries, because that's all we have for now. Make this water. And we're going to make this one actually high priority. We both want stairs and the forester. Those are both really important things, and then we want the levee. So, to get that 34 signs, now here we go. Initial planning doesn't look great. I don't have any homes built yet. Yes, we do need to build homes. So I suppose we could just place a couple of those down. I don't want to do that there because it'll be a small warehouse. Here we go. I'm already not liking this. That water barrel is going to block a pass out of there later. And don't forget, this is something I need to get used to. Later on, we're going to be building up. So I'm going to put a double road here, so that way I have space to add stairs for things that go up high over here. Which means that I need to retry again with this water tank. But that's okay. This is why the game is paused. Nothing is happening. Anything that I have done, I can undo before they actually get started on it. And we need some housing. What we got? 8 beavers. These are 3 each. So we need at least 3 houses right now. 1, 2, 3. Man, oh man, that water tower. Okay. Trying again here. Now I'm thinking a little bit ahead towards when we have the ability to go up a level. So maybe eventually I'll be happy with where this water tower goes. Is this more water than I need? Possibly. Is this more water than they're going to pump? Possibly. But once again, if you're not sure, let it rip. Okay, so we've got it going. Now, they need to do that. This needs to be a high priority. This needs to be a high priority. This needs to be a high priority. That way we've got food and water being stored. We also need to put down our first warehouse. So I kind of unpaused it a little bit early, but that's alright. Gonna place one here. And rotate it around. Place another one there. This one is going to be for our berries. This one is going to be for our carrots. We can store some here for now. And this will also store some as well as that. But, you know, just be ready for that first tide. Alright, so the beavers are emerging. One other option you could do right now as well. You could save it. Just save after you've done your first build up. That way, if for some reason something happens here and you don't like it, you can do more later. I am just going to speed them up because as slow as this is, it can be difficult, but I also, you know, want to keep it rolling. Alright, we're just going to connect that up there. Now, knowing that that's where I'm going to be building my stuff later, I'm just going to make sure I got my path ready. That way I can build up my stuff here, build up my stuff here. Whoops. I'm just going to take that off. These can go down in priority, so let's make the easy button here. Assign priorities. Make those low. Make these low. As much as I want to do those, we don't need them yet. However, what we didn't build yet is a lumber mill. Gonna need planks, and we're gonna need them faster than you can say, what? So, one other thing here again, one of the tricks that I picked up, and none of these ideas are mine. I'm taking these all from other people, okay? Let's not pretend, let's not kid ourselves that I'm this smart. We're gonna have planks here, so that way when he does make them, oops, we can't put it that close, because where we put it, we have no power. So, we need ye old hamster wheel, power of shame. Put a path to it. If you like it, then you should have put a path to it. Alright. So, once again, moving this water tower. I do it a lot. It hasn't been built yet, and I don't believe you lose any resources off the beginning here. Also, one of the first times I played, I ran out of piles for things to be placed in. So don't ever let your piles completely go empty. These 2 piles right here are going to stay forever. On this one, we're going to make for water and deliver. We're going to make for water and deliver. So you're getting thirsty, that's fine. We're going to rank up a couple of water towers here. So that way, you're still drinking on the job. Yuck. So now over here, we also should have a water tank. No, because I can build on top of things over there later, so I'll just put the water here. For water. And obtain it. We'll place a small warehouse over here, because then we can have stuff in it for berries, because that's all we have. We don't have the carrots yet. Alright, so everything's still passed up. That's important. Now, actually, I'm just going to add an extra path here, because if I plan ahead, I might be able to put stairs up and up. No, that's not going to work. Move that warehouse over one. Now, you don't have to plan too far in advance. I am thinking much further in advance, because my other map, I'm doing this, and I am just building my zip lines to everywhere, to all the metal sources, having my dirt pulled around. This is no haulers. Why is there no haulers? Oh, because you haven't made more beavers yet. Oh, there's a baby beaver. There's babies. You can have babies before you have a house. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain. That's good. Just gotta wait. See, now that's alright. See, right here we have those. They'll get to those water sources at some point. Our science is 97% not moving. 31 science. Beautiful. So now, pause it again. Because we've got our forester. Gonna unlock that. And he can go right here, and we're just gonna double check how far can he reach. Oh, maybe we want him over here then. That way he can farm this whole plateau, and he doesn't like that because there's a tree in the way. So we're going to get that resource out of there, and that one too, because those are both in the way. Move up the priority list. Very high. Get him out of there. As soon as you're awake, that is. And you know what? You can up the days. I'm going to just move it up to a 19-hour day. They're not going to reproduce, but I really need to get all this stuff just started. And zoom, little beaver, zoom. This is all real time right now. I'm not doing any fast forward. I'm actually not even planning to unless I have to. You know, who knows? Maybe there'll be an editor who, me, comes in and goes, yeah, that's funny, man. Alright, so we want to jack that one up. Jack that one up and replace the dead trees. And see, now these are pine. Not the strongest thing we can have. However, what we can do is plant a bunch of oaks. And we're just going to plant them over to there. At some point, I like to put some water over here because this is one of my pools. This is a mini pool, like just a generic pool. This is another one. This is another one. Then I got more down there. Just pooling on pooling because you know how beavers are. You gotta have more. Gotta have more. Oak is the highest return. However, takes the longest to grow. So while we're doing that, this area here is pretty much cleared out, which is excellent. Now we can place a forester over here and jack him up. And now looking online, looking for tips and tricks, some people say birch ain't worth it. However, whoops, don't want that one. Just to get started right now, I'm going to plant some birch. I need fast and dirty resources. Okay, so you can really go far, can't you? Alright. So we're just going to plant along here. Now, later on, these are going to be in my way. I'm just saying. However, for now, the more the merrier. Okay, so science is a science in. What do we need for our levies here? We need 120. And for stairs, we need 70. Okay, now at the moment, we're fine without the stairs. One trick you can do with stairs later, though, put them through the water. If they walk through the water, they get the wet fur buff. I have seen some people suggest that you make it so they have to do it that way, right? So it's an option for later game. Can't do it yet. Slowly but surely, the little beavers are beavering. Go, my little beavers, go. Maybe I should speed this part up. We'll have to see. But since they're building, we're also going to take another look around. So, like I said, first dam here, second dam here, then we're going to put the third one here, and the fourth one back here. So I actually don't want this part here to get fully planted. Of course, something already grew. Well, you know what? Fine, then get rid of it. Oh, I don't want you there. And there we go, there we go. Because later on, we'll have another dam going over this way just to keep the water from completely drying up. Every little bit of extra reserve is going to make a difference. Now, one other thing we're going to want is to make sure that we have some food sources. If you're unsure what it is that your beavers actually can eat, take a look in here. Berries, straight out of the ground. Carrots, straight out of the ground. Potatoes have to be grilled. Bread has to be made. Chestnuts have to be grilled. So it's important to take a look at the different things that you have here to see what's going to give you the best result. So I'm actually going to be planting potatoes next, just so that way I can be ready for that. And I mean, it's a little bit, don't need this quite yet, but I'm planning ahead here. Now again, we've got this odd spot here. It would be perfect for a large version of one of these. However, that ain't happening right now. What we can do is actually build a large pile though. That way, as we build up logs, we've got a big log collection right there. Now, I just want to make sure that my beavers aren't overly worried about extra things. Now, look at that. We've got homes for everybody. Almost. 3 people need a home. Okay, so we need another house. That's fine. I'm going to go put one over this way. And if I put it here. Oh, what happened? Oh, they're happier. Happy beavers are happy beavers. And of course, this is all based on how you think you want to build it. Like, actually, if I put the path here, get rid of this, I can have stairs up later. Just another thought to plan ahead. This is against here, so we can build up later. When you build the other lodges here, their entrance is on the 2nd floor. So this would be a good spot to build one of these when I have the signs. We've almost got our levy. So, ooh, 119. I like that number. Excellent. Unlock that. Oops. Don't want to build extra. And actually, if we didn't need this path here, 12 logs versus we don't have platforms, so we're doing logs. Okay, and levy this way. Also, talking about planning ahead, I did not plan ahead here. I should have made sure that this path can connect up over this way. So, we need to remove some trees that we've already planted, or, you know, maybe planted, I don't know. No, we don't want housing, landscaping, levy. And here we go. Now, let's see, we've been recording for almost 25 minutes. Oh, game hiccups when autosaves. Been recording for almost 25 minutes, and we're getting some of this started up. You're seeing a couple of places where I didn't properly plan ahead. This right here also won't work for medium storage, because when I put in the stairs there, that's going to be a problem. So something to think about there. Got our beavers are getting happier. Happy day. Of course, we don't have enough resources. That's fine. Now that we do have, this is going to go down 1. Now, these are actually going to just go, no, come on, there we go, up. and up. We just want to make sure that we've got some water in a reservoir for when we get our first drought, which hasn't happened yet. Okay, I guess we're going to the first drought. That's what we'll do. I'm also thinking ahead for later. I mean, I'm not going to rush this part here, but I am going to want them to do that. Until we can work our way to a sluice, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing, we're just going to put a dam on top here. And then we get a little bit of extra water reserve in this spot. Okay, so further on, we're also going to want to put just a couple of dams, some levees, and also thinking ahead, because we're going to need more power for the more lumber mills in the future. I'm going to plan ahead by putting down. Now this is further in advance than you need to even be thinking about here. Nope, wrong one. Gonna put my water wheels here. Now, bonus of them being on the same side as the pumps, when I build under the right button, my levee. See, now, this is already something that I can see I want to change. This, once again, it's at a diagonal, so the water can't pass through that. However, water can pass through here. Put the levee there. And now, if I put a levee along here, what I'm trying to do is force the water to go through my wheels. That's going to make it a stronger flow on that side. Now, I mean, I'm not sure that I should block off the water from going the other way yet. And here comes our first drought. That's future work there. What we will definitely be doing, though, is we want a lumber mill right there. Right there, actually. And before they do it, just going to build a path here, because once again we can build either just a stairway down for them to have a wet walk or whatever. Be careful of bad tides if they walk through that. And over here on the wood side, gears are going to be a problem very soon. Now, I don't want to spend my science on that yet. I want to spend my science on stairs. You're going, why do you want stairs already, Apropos? Because stairs here makes the big difference. And pause it for a second here, just so I can slap down. Oh, that tree grew too fast. Get out of here, you silly tree. Alright. Now he'll chop that down in the morning, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, good beaver. Good beaver. God Emperor Apropos is happy. So, and don't forget to build your paths. If they can't get over, they won't be able to get over. You know what I'm saying? So they need to be able to walk down there. Actually, that makes me think that I should be putting just a dam block here, so the water is not blocked. But this way they can get down to... Am I paused? I am paused. Why am I paused? They can get down here and just keep your path going. Now, when I have the science, I can unlock a platform here and here. This isn't so bad because it's just one level high. They can build that from the water, no problem. However, none of my dams are going to be ready in time for the water. But because we have these two and that one, those already have some water in it, so that's good. Now, I forgot about my potatoes that I was going to start planting. So we're just going to preset a path here. Now, these guys need to have a pile nearby. Otherwise, you're going to have your dudes doing extra work just to get to it. So I know that we're going to want, you know, probably a large one. Because this guy needs lumber and the gears is going to need planks. So this is reducing my space for my crop though. So hang on. First, where's my potatoes? We're just going to place potatoes along here. It's not a lot of potatoes, but it is a start because later we can put down a grill on top of a warehouse. because we've got our stairs unlocked. So, just as an example, now this is definitely not high on their list of things to build, but we've got the warehouse there. Now under food, grill, put it there. Now, we don't have our platform researched yet, so that's going to cause us a small headache, but put a platform right here, and we've got our stairs here, and boom, we can keep grilled potatoes there. Uh-oh, hang on a second now. Now, where are our potatoes going to be? Well, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to put a storage right here for our potatoes. And I built this one wrong. So here comes a drought. So why did I build that wrong? Let me show you. We want a small warehouse right here for potatoes. Uncooked potatoes. That way, when he's cooking, he's just walking out his front door going, hey, there's my potatoes. And he's happy. Also, they can reach this from the ground floor, so no worries there. That's going to hold our uncooked potatoes. This will hold our cooked potatoes. It's going to take them a bit to grow. I mean, I did not set a priority here on purpose. Also, as long as your things that need power are connected, how much signs do I need for small platforms? 100. We're going to unlock that. There we go. Oh, path. Gotta build your path. Boom. So now he's going to have that. We got that there. We're doing good for that. Potatoes when they come along. Nothing to do in range. What? Well, it's a good thing we have stairs for you, buddy. I'm going to put a stair there, and I guess stair there. Put a path. Now, I didn't stop to look, see. Now, yeah. I'm running low on water for everything. Our crops are going to suffer. I don't know how long the drought was. I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm just trying to get the basics going. But we've only lost one person to old age. We've had a few new beavers grow. That's huge. So let's just make the path connect a little bit here. The shortest path is always the best for your beavers. We're also going to make him cut down these trees here, because we don't want him to be bored and doing nothing, because this is waiting for planks. And as you can see, they're not really doing that yet, but I don't know we have the beavers for it yet. On average, I'll be honest as well, I don't normally build anything but the triple lodge until when I can. It's just nice that way. So stairs into the water, just to demonstrate what I was saying earlier. Actually, just going to take this opportunity of everything dying to take a look at where I want to put this path. And I can't build anything there because there's stuff in the way. Okay, we want to take that stuff out. Later on, we can build some water leisure here. You don't want to ignore that leisure. That will make them have a definite bonus. For example, like over here, we've got these guys under well-being. Teeth grindstone. You're going to want one of those kind of nearby your tree choppers there. That makes a big difference. If their teeth break, they want to, grind it down so that they have more tooth. I don't get it. Don't understand. Not a beaver. Not going to... Oh, I didn't even build a path to that one. Whoops. So we'll put that one right there. It's kind of out of the way, but that's okay for now. Water's coming soon. Definitely a good thing. Are they not clearing that one? They're not clearing that one. Are you kidding me? I want you to do that one. On here as well, you can increase it. Don't forget, You can also delete it from this screen as well. Goodness, we're past a half hour. 35 minutes this game. Goodness. Every time I look at the clock, it's later. I'm going to put a small warehouse over on this side, and people are going to be like, what? Why? Because I just needed something to get there. I didn't want to use a small platform when I could just hold stuff. Look at this. Here comes the water. Did not run out of water. There we go. We're off to a great start, guys. So yeah, we've got these going. Oh, you know what? I can even slap down my gear workshop right here. Yep, 100 science points. Right on. Now, just as a reminder, you're going to want to make sure that they have the planks that these are producing in order to produce their stuff. So we'll go under warehouse and we'll finish it up after this. Not that. Okay, so we're going to put a warehouse here, here, and here. Oh, if I plan ahead properly, we could put stuff on top later. For now, I'm going to put down a double path just to remind me to do that. So these guys need logs. So, oh, that's the wrong thing. They don't want that. They don't want warehouses. Goodness, they want small piles. 1, 2, 3. These guys need logs to turn into logs. These guys need to spit out planks. And these guys are going to spit out gears, which go under small warehouse. And a note in here, gears. So water's flowing. Once this dam is built, and this dam is built, we'll have some water storage. When this dam is ready, oh, we didn't build a path on there. That helps them reach those extra blocks. The redder your path is, the further they can't go. Just to put that out there. Also, let's see. We want to make sure that this line is ready to go straight over for these ruins in the future. Also, there's ruins back here. Now, we could go a few different ways. I don't have explosives, won't for a bit. So, we're just going to put a path right here, and I'll put stairs over this later. Over here, we've got bad water we can't deal with. If you build a tunnel through here in the future, and you just chop off this layer right here, then delete your platforms, this entire part will collapse. And then bad water runs that way. It's an easy way to disable that bad water early. The bad water I went for is over here. So my dams start building a path. And, my goodness, didn't I say I was done? It's gonna stop. I'm good at this, guys. I'm really good at this. So I'm just gonna show you how I'm reaching out to my quadrants for this stuff before I disappear then, I guess. Path, beautiful. No trees in the way. Now, once you get to this point, you're gonna need the signs to unlock your double platforms. I do not have 150 signs, that's fine. That's not a problem. I mean, that's honestly just gonna happen. I also like to make sure I move over this way to come down via a path here. So we just come along, little doggies. We're gonna build stairs there, so we've got a path that comes along. And now, once you have those platforms to get across, assuming you go this way, you can just plop a harvester over here, and he can lumberjack his way through these trees over here. Because he has access to both levels, he can get all those trees. If you plop down a pile, he will put his logs right there. He'll just drop you a big log. Make sure you set that to supply, and away it goes. Now, we also want to continue our path just a little bit longer. Look at that, right up to this. That would be under metal. Got access to metal as soon as we can get past those small platforms. We're almost there on the science already. Put a couple of scavenger flags right over here. Of course, don't forget your pile for the scrap metal. And then you've got access to metal right away, then you can start smelting it wherever you want. Right here's a great place to put more water wheels. Build up a little bit of a dam here, get some extra water, away you go. Eventually you can come along, you'll demolish these when you get to the close enough to them. What I did after I got to this metal here and this bad water over here, because I just built another path to go over here for the bad water. It's a fairly simple concept overall. Oh, make sure that I'm going down my straight line here. And all the way over here. Then I can put my bad water pumps in as soon as I've got my research for it. Pop them over here, build a water tank for them to hold it, then have my guys carry it all the way back to wherever I put my centrifuge. Now, just a point here, centrifuge centrifuge requires power. Okay, so do make sure you're paying attention up in the top corner. Can I move my mouse up there? No, I want to. Okay, there we go. Up here, it would tell you if it needs power. Just needs a person. Bad water pump just needs a person. Fluid dump, let's move to something that we can see easier. So the lumber mill tells you it needs power. Timber shack, tapper shack doesn't need power. Wood workshop needs power. Printing press needs power. Paper mill needs power. Gear workshop needs power. And if you sandwich those together, like I didn't do here, see I put the path in the way, now that's going to prevent me from building up more. If I want to do differently, I'm going to have to build some power shafts. And then you're going to need a platform. And you know what? We'll just show how that works here. Because I put that in my way, so why not? I really got to get off this game. This is what makes this game scary, isn't it? Okay, so now that we have that, we are going to have to put a stair on each side and a platform in the middle. And away we go. Oh, don't forget your path. Later on, when you have the signs, you can unlock the vertical power shaft, which just means you can put a path right on top of it, not a problem. But there you go. Ladies, gents, beaver kind everywhere, now that we are free of the pesky humans, we can rule the world with water and trees. Now, what's up with this guy here? Oh, he's got a broken tooth. Well, see, now this is why you're supposed to build that tooth sharpener before they break their teeth. They don't. The more happy they are, the better off they are. See, now these stairs haven't been built yet, so he can't get up there to get those trees. Crank that up. We need planks to do that, which means we need the power wheel. So don't forget to micromanage the little things. The more you micromanage, better off you'll be. Now that we have this as well, though, if we wanted to continue mixing up our blueberries, we can just make sure that they're planted here. And don't forget when you clear stuff to put your stairs in. Always put your stairs in, because stuff will grow in the way and it gets in the way and it's annoying. But there you go. Now see, I could clear path over here and be ready to connect these up. And later on, put more water stuff right here, maybe more industrial along here. It takes up some of our greenland, but we've got so much greenland. Over here, we could turn this into a maple farm or chestnut farm later, so we have more to do with our grills. You know, the world is your oyster, my friends. Oak trees. Once again, we just want to make sure that we're planting everywhere we can in this area, because oak is going to give us better reward than these pines will. Now, I don't appear to have... Oh, I needed to put another... See, this is what happens. The more you do, right? It's nuts, guys. It's nuts. This game is great. It's awesome. I have already seen too many sunrises. So, we're going to stop it here. Because building lacks workers. There's nothing in range. So when there's nothing in range, make sure you go over. And you can just either knock down a priority or just pause them. And that guy is off to go find work somewhere else. Somewhere where they need him. He'll go where he's needed. See, that's power, everything. So, if you plan ahead, then better than this lumber mill here, you could have just gone straight for the water wheels over here. But, of course, water wheels take logs, more logs. It's all good. All right. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this was helpful. This has been some answers from Apropos on how I start off my beginning colony. I hope you're well out there, and treat the wood good, because the beavers need you.